welcome to Antara Squad. So this is the first video of a strategy put forth by one of my brightest students, Aman Kumar, who has cracked JNUE entrance exam Sociology with a very nice score of 81 out of 100. So I thought, why not put this video up so that the upcoming students gain some inspiration from these students. So this is the first in the series. I hope you get to learn something from him. So without any further ado, let us get into the video.
Hello, my name is Aman Kumar and I wish to study sociology at JNUEE. My CBT score is 81 and my rank is 10. I don't have any deprivation points added to it. I was a student of civil engineering. I'm a civil engineer right now, and I did it from a private college. And I want to study sociology because the social constructs like gender, masculinity, and the whole concept of education in our country, they have had significant impact in my life. So to study sociology and to understand myself better, I think that's the reason I want to join JNU. The second thing I want to talk about is how I started preparing for it. So my preparation started about Jan or Feb. So I started reading NCRT, both the books, and I went through IGNOU notes, that ESOs that they provide, and studying both these materials, I got a macro picture of what the subject is, and that helped me chart out my path for my preparation. And I used to study everything. I did not have any proper guidance to what to study, what not to study. So when I got to know that UGC net paper, it is very much similar to what the new pattern of JNUEE is. So then I joined an academy, and from that point onwards I could pinpoint topics and I could study. After that, what was my strategy? So the first objective was to narrow down things, cut out the noise, everything that is not useful. How I did that, since as you can see, even if you join an academy or any kind of preparation platform, you have UGCNet provides a syllabus, and it is very much similar to what JNU asks. So you can gather materials according to that to those topics, and you can study accordingly. So the second important thing is to make notes. To sure you make notes, because if you make notes, you have an idea what are you writing down. Simply making notes won't get you anywhere. You have to create a system for yourself. You have to create a mind map. You should be able to imagine where everything is. So there are two methods to make notes. Either you can write it down, or what I wish to do or I prefer to do is make them digitally. I use Word files. So in Word files, it is easy to revise your notes. It is easy to edit and arrange it. It makes it easy for you to revise it over time, and just by preparing your notes, you kind of go through everything again and again. So that helps you study regularly. You can just see through notes every morning and every night. See them once, and the static part. Try preparing charts and stick them against your study table, so you can easily revise them whenever you sit. You have a glance at it, and you won't do it consciously, so it makes it easier for you. And rest of the thing, the materials, because the biggest concern of students is materials. So if you follow, since I followed Antara ma'am for this, she provides almost the material that you need, and 90% of the material is available online. Either it is on UGCNet platforms, tutoring platforms, or the UPSC platforms that they teach. So you will find almost everything on internet, and after that everything depends on you, how you treat the paper. And the other thing is MCQs and mocks. Regarding MCQs, many people ask, I've seen questions in that student post in the group, that ma'am, if we complete your 1,000 MCQs, will that be enough? If we complete these many questions, will that be enough? So I don't think so. You need to study the concepts and theories properly. If you don't do that, just solving questions won't make it for you. You have to know the theories, and then you don't have to go deep. Because I'm not from a sociology background, even I don't know anything about how much context it has. These theories have to them. I haven't read any books, but the basic minimum amount, the fundamental requirement of the subject, for that you'll need to study the basic concepts, and then only then go for solving MCQs and mocks. So I used to take mocks very seriously. I used to take MCQs very seriously. Since day one, I used to calculate my accuracy. Even if I do 50 questions, I had to know how much questions are going wrong. So when I started, my accuracy was about 40 to 50%. So I knew that won't get me through. And since I'm not from the background, I have no other knowledge. I don't have the context of the subject. I don't know theories deep enough. My preparation was very much competition specific, and that is a distinction that you should be able to make. Don't try to be more subjective. Don't try to. There's no point arguing that, because there are only 3 types of questions that come. The first type is they simply ask the direct theory, the concepts. For example, ethnocentrism or Punaluan, or the types of marriage. So it is very much clear. It is concept based. You can answer it is either one of them. The second type is the question is in reference to any theory, and the third type that's where it gets complicated. So that's where the person who prepares the paper, that person decides what he's referring to. So either he's referring to simple concepts, or either he's referring to a thinker or someone who has propounded that concept. So 80% of the questions are the first 2 types. The 20% questions, these are these ones where either it's static data or it is concept. It is mixed. It requires concept plus the thinker or propounder who has said things about it. So if you make sure that you get these 80 questions right, try to. In my case, I was aiming for the accuracy of at least 90. But since the paper this year paper was like I think it was tougher than last year, so my accuracy dropped to 80. So I think I did on my part it was a decent effort. I think that. So every time you sit with MCQs, even 100 MCQs, 200, 500 MCQs, always do it in a time limit. It helps you. And when you sit for the paper, don't think that you will get all the questions right in a time. Because when I solved the paper this time, I could only get 65 questions or 60 questions in my first iteration. Then I solved the easier question first. There is a level 2 questions, and you have to think. You have to set your brain in that rhythm that you will be able to solve those kind of questions. Because if you think in a very complex manner for easier questions, then you will make those questions wrong, the simple questions. That's when we come out of the examination hall and think, oh yaar, overthink kar liya. So don't do that. And I think these are things I wanted to tell everyone about, since I've got many messages from students who didn't get it this time, or who want to prepare it for the next time. And big thanks to Antara ma'am. She has been very supportive. She has encouraged me throughout the process. I was very much discouraged during my HCU paper. So I would also like to mention that in my HCU paper I got 24th rank, and in duet paper I'm sharing rank 34 with other 4 people, and in serial I'm on 109. So I think JNUEE was my first preference, so I'll be choosing that. Thank you.